Hello and welcome to Purple Clock. I am Perpetual Fasanmi-Peter. Well, today on Purple Clock, I have a two-part series for us. The first one will be focusing on employees, and they are sharing with us how their companies were able to weather the storm, especially during the lockdown. It's a story of resilience. So, of course, we'll have a great time listening to them share their experiences and how they survived. Welcome back. First, we'll listen to tsukomi.
So I'll just be sharing briefly on how the lockdown has been affecting my company and myself personally as an employee of the company. So I work in an FMCG, fast moving consumer goods. And for the past weeks, business activities has been put on hold. There has not been production, no sales, and even the production employees have to be on compulsory leave. So no activities in the company. Some of the admin staff whose services are not really needed has to be scheduled for compulsory leave also, while some admin employees work from home. For me, I work from home, and working from home has been well good, challenging, and also tiring. Good in the sense that I get to work freely, also challenging in the sense that as I work, I have to be connected to the company server. So I have to burn my data. I have to use the internet. And our internet providers can be frustrating sometimes. Sometimes it could be very good, very fast, and sometimes it could be so damn slow. Like really, really bad. Aside that, there's the issue of light also. As much as it's been fairly okay working from home, the fear of not going outside or having to stay at home is really, really not encouraging.
Tsukomi works in one of the industries mostly hit by the lockdown. But as that is being eased now, I hope that things will get better. Stacey, on the other hand, works in an industry that isn't disturbed operationally, but then there is reduction in demand. Let's listen to her.
You're talking about how businesses can respond to the lockdown. All right, so I'll be using where I work as an example to just explain how we are able to manage and cope with the situation. So I want to touch on a few points. So first of all, the nature of the business matters. There are some businesses that they interact with clients face to face, one on one, just like maybe stores and all of that. These tips I'm going to give might not work for those kind of business. But if it's an online business and businesses that use digital technology that have the capability to work remotely, then this would work for them. So the nature of the business is very important. What we do is digital marketing, software development. So we don't necessarily need to be in the office space for us to get our work done. So we are able to work remotely. However, we have major challenges of electricity supply and internet. So that will bring me to the next point that I'll be talking about. That's provision and responsiveness of the admin body of the organization. So they need to put in place some things that will help their staff to actually carry out their jobs effectively. For example, when we started this remote work due to the COVID-19 situation, we were all given data. So like everybody was supposed to come up with like what quantity of data they will need for a period of time, and the company provided us with that. But in the area of electricity supply, since they cannot buy gen for everybody, or it does not make sense to say they're getting solar for everybody, so they could not really provide any means of electricity for us. So wherever you are, you don't have to work during the day. Just work whenever you have power supply, and whatever you do, you fill it in your report sheet. So I'll still talk about report sheet. On the part of responsiveness, when the staff sends a message that okay, they are not able to do this because of this, the company should be able to sympathize with them and look for how they can provide solutions for them. fine, this is not really a very good time when it comes to the economy and spending and all of that. Because the truth should be told, we are not getting as much clients as we usually do, because everybody is trying to save money at this point and not really venture into doing business. So that is one challenge. Then we have KPIs. KPIs are key performance indicators. So every staff should be given KPIs, that is probably at the end of this week, what should we expect you to have achieved? At the end of this month, what should we expect you to have achieved? So these KPIs will help the business measure the effectiveness of their staff. It will help them know if a particular person is working up to standard or the person is lagging behind because they are working from home. It's just a way to measure how staff are performing and how they are responding to their duties. So at my office, we have a report system. Usually, even before the remote work ish, we usually send in our reports every week. We give weekly reports, and the weekly report contains everything we do day by day. That is, on Monday, you write Monday, what you did on Monday, Tuesday, like that. So the weekly report comprises of everything you did during the week and what you plan to do the next week. So we use this weekly report so that the heads of departments and the number one person, like the director, the creative director, would be able to see what everybody has done and be able to monitor and track what is happening and what should be done. So this report system is very, very useful for us, especially now that we're working from home, that they don't really know what you are doing. So from your reports, they can tell, okay, this is what you did today and this is what you'll be doing the next week. So the last thing I'll be talking about is digital tools. Since we are a digital agency, we make use of some digital tools which makes it feel like we are all working together in the same place. We use Slack. Before the remote work, we usually use Slack in the office. So Slack is very easy for us to use. A collaboration tool where you can chat with your coworker, you can send messages, documents, pictures, videos, whatever file you want to send, you can send it through Slack. It's just like WhatsApp, but it's not an open platform. So on Slack, you have a workspace. So the workspace is like probably the name of your company. The account will be opened in the name of your company. So under that, you would register your employees there. If you really want to just know about that one, you can check online for Slack. So we use Slack, we use WhatsApp group chat, and we use Zoom for online meetings, Zoom or WhatsApp calls. But we don't really use WhatsApp calls because the quality is not always very good. So we use Zoom meetings for that.
And that was Stacey. It was really easy for them to switch to remote work because they had the systems in place. Working from home definitely has its challenges, but then Tosin will be sharing with us how the company tried to help the staff mitigate some of these challenges.
So I would say what is top on the list of HR now is employees' physical health and well-being. We are so concerned about it now, and we are giving it all that it takes, all that we can. We are giving the push, putting up communication, putting up activities that will ensure that. And another thing that is closely on HR's mind is remote work. So how does it work even after COVID-19, even after the lockdown? Like, how do we continue this and make it more effective, more efficient, more productive? We have a counseling agent that we've introduced our staff to, and I tell you the feedback we got, they're actually utilizing it. They actually the employees have seen it as good initiative, although some people will say we are in Nigeria and you can't trust anybody, but a good number of people have seen it as, oh, lovely initiative. So I really need this. In fact, I only spoke to an employee about it, and she started telling me things. The generator is not working. My boss wants me to do this. But I have to start calming her down and like, are you sure you don't want to speak with someone about this? Are you sure you don't want to communicate with your line manager and let him see what you are going through? People can be frustrated in such a time as this, and HR is actually putting in place. We had to distribute modems to our employees, pay for data. In fact, we have something we call fuel allowance, although we are not supposed to be the one in charge of the no good electricity in the country. But we are sensitive to all of these things, and it's something that is on HR's mind. Family support, dealing with uncertainty. HR is our hands are on deck, and we're actually doing the work we are meant to do. And a survey that is being conducted by Josh Bassin can actually answer to all of these four factors that I just mentioned. So HR is working, and we are seeing the positive in all of this, and we know that at the end of it, everybody will be better off. So it's the future of work, and I say the future of work is actually here.
Amazing. Doesn't it feel good to know that your employer doesn't just care about your productivity, but also tends to your emotional and mental well being? Now, that's a very good one. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget, it's a two-part series. This is just the first one where we got to speak to employees in different industries. But on the sequel, we'll be talking to entrepreneurs who will be telling us their stories of resilience. Thank you once again for staying with us, and thanks to all my amazing guests. This is a kiss for you. Thanks for watching, and do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, share, like, and drop your comment. I am Perpetua Fasanmi-Peter. Do have a wonderful day.